Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. I don't know what I could say to convince you to hang around when you don't have to. There's so much that I'm still keeping to myself, 'cause you don't listen, babe. But still you got me missing you. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. God, I'm sick of this waiting. You got me going crazy tonight. So why don't you come on over and be my somebody to love? Somebody to love, somebody to love, somebody. I need somebody to love. I need somebody. I need somebody. Give me somebody, somebody to love.
Oh, if only y'all could see what was going on back here. Hopefully, y'all didn't hear it. We were dancing. You know, if y'all could see what's going on during the intro music, y'all would absolutely enjoy it. They're fighting over the rugs back here.
She's got her chair on the rug
Because she put the thing on top of the
They're
rug.
fighting over the green screen. They say it's going to mess up a rug. We've got dogs fighting. We got dogs hacking. Listen, I'm Greg, your host, the rose among two thorns. This is Felicia. This is Kara. We're excited to have y'all with us on a Tuesday night. We're going to have fun. This is going to be a great night tonight. I don't normally wear my spectacles, but I got them on tonight because we got a list of questions taped up on the wall, and I realized right after we taped them up there, they're too far for me to see.
I told you.
She tried to tell me they were too far. But how's everybody tonight? We've got a few in the chat. We're going to say hello to in a minute, but we've got an awesome night tonight. Let me tell you, we've got some friends here tonight. We have Josh and Chasidy from Moonlight Adventures. We are excited about them. They're sitting in the waiting room over here. We're making them wait patiently. They're just, I see them off here to the corner. We're going to bring them in here.
Gone.
What?
They're gone.
Oh, they left. As soon as I put their picture up, they left. Hopefully they'll come back. I hope we didn't scare them off. I'm not sure what's going on, but we got some exciting. We got a little bit of exciting news tonight. Well, as you can see right up here, I've got. Well, let me put this back up. Got my cup in my hand.
Bucky's.
My Bucky's cup. We got to wait for Josh and Chasidy to come back. They left us. We're not as polished as some of the other channels that bring people on. Because our heroes that we watch on a weekly basis, they got it down pat. We're still working out all the bugs, obviously, because we just lost our guests. They're gone. They were here just a minute ago. So we're gonna stall until they come back. But as you can see, we've had a lot going on this week. I put the Ukrainian flag up here. We are obviously praying for the Ukrainians and everything that's going on in the world right now, guys. If there's never been a better time. I mean, it's always a good time to pray, but there's never, ever been a better time than right now to pray for what's going on in the world. Pray for our leaders. Pray for, just pray for the world. Pray for what's going on. But anyhow, hopefully Chastity and Josh, I hope they didn't leave for good.
There he is.
So I see Josh is back. He's walking across the room. He's walking downstairs. I'm giving you a play-by-play of what he's doing. He's walking downstairs. He's smiling as he's walking downstairs.
You gotta use your radio voice.
He's walking downstairs. I don't know what he's doing. I should probably bring him on while he's trying to do this, but I'm not sure. He grabbed something. No, there's that Chastity. No, there's a light that came on. Hold on. We're bringing it. She grabbed a chair. Let's see. Now they've changed. Did they change locations?
They did.
I'm going to wait for them to give me a thumbs up for me to bring them on, and then we'll bring them on to see what's going on, and then we'll say hello to everyone in the chat. If you hadn't invited some folks, click the share button, click the like button, anyhow, if you, I don't make this announcement very often, but if you would like to be hey Millie, glad to have you with us. If you watch our channel on a regular basis and you would like to be a moderator for a channel, we would love for you. All you have to do is put a thumbs up or something in the chat. I will make you a moderator. Thank you, CME Traveling, who's a moderator. Journey with the Gingers is a moderator for our channel, but we could use a couple more just to keep the riffraff out, and I will make you a moderator. We would greatly appreciate it. But as soon as Josh and Chastity are ready, we're going to bring them on because they are a new channel. He says thumbs
Luke
up.
says hi.
Millie says hi, but we're bringing on our special guests, Josh and Chastity from Moonlight Adventures. Hey, guys, can y'all hear us?
Yeah.
We can hear you good now. There's one dead spot in our house, and we found it.
So, guys, this is Josh and Chastity from Moonlight Adventures. We are glad to have y'all with us. I know we've been saying for a few weeks that we were going to have y'all on, and we kept talking about it, and we never did it. But we're finally glad that y'all are with us. Hopefully, we won't embarrass you and make you take your YouTube channel down and your Facebook channel down. But while we got you here, let's go ahead and say hello to everyone that's in the chat. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to say hello to Felicia from SCT Adventures.
Really?
Yeah. You were like the first one up here in the chat, so I'm saying hello. Antoinette at Fun. Do y'all know Antoinette at Fun? If you hadn't checked out Antoinette at Fun, she does a live stream every Wednesday night at 8:10. It's 8:10.
Oh, she moved it up.
She moved it to
5
8:50.
minutes.
Oh no, it's been 8:10. But go check out Antoinette.
Here, you stay up long enough to say, "Hey, bestie," and then you go to bed.
Kara doesn't stay up till 8:15, so she doesn't know what time Antoinette comes on. But Antoinette,
No, she says, "Hey" to Antoinette, and then she goes to bed.
Yeah. So we got Arc Adventures. That's Andrea and Andy.
None.
So
Yeah.
she's trying to point something out to me, though. I can't read that far away. Okay, yep. So if we could get a moderator to take care of that in the chat, we would greatly appreciate that.
There's always one.
Yeah, the trolls are out in full force. So we got Arc Adventures. Hey guys, we're glad to have y'all. Anthony, glad to have you. Najuma Brown, good to see you in the house tonight. Danny with Griswold Family Vacation. Let me tell y'all something about Danny. Danny is my hero.
Because we like Danny so much, we stay up late.
Danny is out in the Midwest, and his live stream is on Saturday nights. It doesn't start until late on Saturday evening. Late for us.
Yeah.
It's early for him. I mean, it's all good for Danny, but we stay up for the Griswold Family Vacay live stream, and it's awesome on Saturday nights. But this past Saturday, there was a couple of channels on there, ours being one of them, that were close to some milestones, and we mentioned it in the chat because he asked us to. And he put it out there, and they helped us meet our milestone of 600 within just a few seconds, and we were just so thankful. Thank you, Danny. We're in debt to you, brother. But anyhow, we really appreciate that. CME Traveling is in the house. Kurt, Marcia, I hope you've made it back to the bedroom off the couch. I watched your live stream this afternoon, which I'm finally getting caught up on some. Watched you decorate cake.
I love that.
Yes, we watched you decorate a cake, and so
I just want to
I want to
say
take that knife and help him spread the icing.
just want to say, Marsha, I deeply apologize, but he would. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
what? Kurt, your brain's in the mail, by the way. It should be arriving any day now.
I don't know. I might need to let Marsha know so that way she can kind of just dispose of it somehow.
Now, don't you intercept the brain and throw it in the trash. Kurt won that fair and square. So we have and I forgot.
That's that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't been putting these on the screen. Cruising is fun anytime. These jumped on me whenever I tried to put it up there. Cruising is fun anytime. Half of J&S Adventures. Did I miss it up again? I did.
No, but
Wait.
it's you're funny to me.
What? So Cheryl's in the house. Cruising is funny time. She's distracting me, y'all. Kurt said Marsha is not home from work. I'll be finishing up fixing dinner. I hope it's not a cake, Kurt. That's all I can say. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
no.
What? Yes, we had somebody in the channel.
Kurt took care of it.
Kurt took care of. Thank
Yes.
you, Kurt, for getting rid of that person that was in the chat, putting some very nasty stuff up there. So thank y'all. So anyway, and Josh left right when I was fixing to introduce.
I'm back.
There he is. All right.
Dang, that was fast.
So we'll have some others come in. As always, if you're a creator, put creator in the hashtag creator into the chat. And if you are a supporter, put supporter in there. But Josh and Chasidy, it started for you guys. I don't know if you remember, but a couple of months ago, you guys popped into our Facebook group and started putting some pictures of y'all getting onto the Carnival Valor. And I was like, who are these cats posting pictures of getting on the Carnival Valor in our Facebook group? And so it blew us away, really, honestly, because anytime people would take the time, I know it may seem kind of strange to y'all, but anytime somebody would take the time out of their day or out of their vacation to post some pictures on our Facebook group, it really humbles us. So for those that are in the chat that may not know you guys, just start off, tell us where y'all are from, a little bit about yourselves.
So we have an interesting life, to say the least. So one thing that's really interesting that we found out is we grew up pretty close to Cairo. So we grew up in Chatsworth, Georgia, if you know where Chatsworth's at. And we lived there till we were 19 years old. And that's when I joined the military around right after September 11th. And it's been a whirlwind ever since. So, Fort Benning, Georgia, spent some time at Fort Jackson in Georgia. Then we went to Fort Campbell, where we were at for almost 18 years. Some while I was a soldier and some while I was a civilian. And then my job led me here where we live now in the Virginia Beach area. Smithfield, Virginia is actually where we live. And we actually got involved in some of this stuff by listening to Para DJ, who's pretty close here in the area. But that's kind of the backstory of the where and who we are, but or where we came from. But we've been married 22 years, going on 23, and we have two boys, one 17 and one 22, and we have a grandson that's 20 months.
Y'all don't look old enough to have a grandson.
Yeah, we were born at a very young age, Greg.
Yeah, we're born at a very young age.
Yeah, and I'm the king of bad jokes, dad jokes, and punny jokes.
Well, that's one of the things we'll get to here. One of your segments on your channel. Everybody, Billy J is in the house.
I'm a program manager for the DoD, and she does Instacart full time now.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody say hello to Billy J. Also, we got Will from Together We Travel in the house. Hey guys, we're glad to have y'all with us. And it may not be just Will, but I always remember Will. So, and I had you in here somewhere. So I travel through Fort Benning all the time. My job takes me up. There's Will. My job takes me up through Columbus and all that all the time. Just I don't really. I try not to advertise because I'm in the IT field. I try not to advertise because the internet. There's always people out there scoping out what you do and trying to hack and all that sort of thing. I don't really say what I do, but I just say that I work for a major retailer, and we hope that your shopping is a pleasure. That's all I can say.
It's kind of interesting because when we would head down south when I was growing up, my grandfather used to tease me and tell me, we're heading to Egypt. And so when we would hit Cairo, see, I told you. And it always freaked me out. I'm like, they still have English on the walls here and stuff. Like,
Cheryl from Cruising is Funny Time said, "Thank you for your service," and we echo that, brother.
Thank you.
So everybody's saying hello in the chat. Yeah, you said we'll get into it piqued some of your videos piqued my interest because of Instacart. I'm very, very familiar with the whole Instacart thing.
Yeah, you and Kara.
Yeah, Kara's familiar with Instacart too. Kara happens to working her way through college, and she has been a cashier at a place that might happen to have something to do with Instacart too. So, but Moonlight Adventures is y'all's YouTube channel and your Facebook page. It happens to be that I have some screenshots of your Facebook page and all that. But how did y'all come up? Which I think I have an idea, but y'all can expand on it. How did you come up with Moonlight Adventures?
So I know you're going to get into why we do what we do here in a second, but just a small caveat into that is just she wanted me to start doing something because I have PTSD, and I was told a while ago from some counselors, like, you've got to do something. You need to garden. You need to do this. You need to do that. Well, something to keep your mind active that's positive. So when we got ready to start cruising, she's like, well, we should start doing the vlog thing. It'd be fun. So just the way I am, I'm pretty impulsive. So one night I just started, making some cover shots and some thumbnails, and I was like, Moonlight Adventures. So I sent it to her upstairs, and I said, like, what do you think about this? And
well, our last name's Moon, so that's just kind of Moon in there somewhere.
Yeah. So, Moonlight, it was what it was. It just
nice
off the tongue well, and wasn't a whole lot more thought than that to it.
Yeah, we struggle. Besides doing the live stream, we don't put out much more content in between the cruises, and I struggle with that because I'm like, because I'm the kind of person that I like research how do you make your channel grow, and I watch all these other, besides cruising videos, I also watch the other YouTube people that talk about how to make your channel grow. Not so much that I'm just focused on growth, because that's not our primary income by any stretch of the imagination. But I am curious about the algorithms and how all that works. So, in the back of my mind, I'm like, if I put out me grilling something on the back porch, is that going to mess up my cruising videos? And I probably overthink it to the point. But I'm impressed with you guys because I watch your and I'm maybe jumping ahead of my questions here, but I watched your Friday night fermented Friday videos, and I watched your Instacart videos, and I'm almost jealous to a certain degree that you guys come up with these other ideas for content, because I really sit here at times, I'm like, what can we go vlog that would go along with this? So how do you come up with these ideas?
So some of it is, Dustin, come over here right quick, bud. So this is our youngest son, Dustin, who of course still lives with us. He's a senior in high school. He's getting ready to head to the gym, so he's kind of a big deal in Virginia baseball wise. So he's second team All-State. But anyway, this is Dustin, and he's our big.
Hey, Dustin.
Hey, nice to meet you.
And he kind of understands the YouTube thing because he's younger, and I've always been interested in it. But we started doing the Tube Buddy thing and finding some things out. I told him, I was like, I was like you. I was like, I don't want to have a page that's so broad that YouTube doesn't know what to do with us. So we branched off, and we have Instacart 757, which is focused pretty much just on Instacarting, not just in this area, but we wanted to kind of focus it in this area. And then also we branched off from the Fermented Friday and started the Moonlight Adventures Top Shelf Taste Test. Now, our main channel is still Moonlight Adventures, and we load all of that content onto Moonlight Adventures because we do so many things, which we'll continue to do cruise reviews and restaurant reviews and travel reviews here. And that's the primary content. But it's just, what do you do? And I sketched things out on a piece of paper and did an outline. I was like, what are the things that we could talk about? Here are the things we do. And we wanted to do something that would help others, not just, hey, this is us video and things that we're doing, like help somebody go somewhere on vacation and enjoy it with their family. If we can do something to help somebody make some more money as a side gig doing Instacart, just to kind of help those folks get the stigmas out of whatever they're doing. So,
gotcha. Andrea from Arc Adventure says Andy and I text each other from the first floor to the second floor with ideas too. This got me here too. Is that's kind of how we came up with our name, LOL. Danny says God gave us the name Griswold. I guess there's some movie with our last name, so we were good to go. Danny, I thought about that the other night. I was like, how fortunate were you guys to have the name Griswold, and that played right in your favor. Hey guys, if anybody watching has questions for
Millie's on it now.
Millie, it's not time.
Our dog Ellie is looking.
If you wonder what me and Karen keep looking at,
it's because she's not
this green
content.
screen's gonna come down eventually.
Aww.
So this is Miss Ellie Mae, and here comes Princess Leia.
Is she a Shih Tzu?
She is. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had two Shih Tzus, and our last one, our little Tuk. If you go back to Felicia's travel advisor page, you'll see we did a couple of commercials with him, and he passed away a few months ago. We had him for 10 or 12 years. 12 years, bless his heart. Yeah. But
these were our first Shih Tzus. We had Bostons prior to this, and we had to put both our Bostons down before we moved here. And it's tough.
They become part of the family for sure.
They sure do. Yeah. And these Shih Tzus are a mess. I mean, they're just a straight up mess.
Kurt said, please post your own challenge. I don't know. I'm truly a novice.
It's okay, Kurt. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So Kurt's just here to kill the trolls. We'll have to make somebody else a moderator that can post the channels. All right. So if anybody else wants to moderate, I'll make them a moderator. All right. So,
Andrew said Luke wants to play with.
So Andrew said Luke wants to play with Millie and the squeak toy.
Yep. That's what we got going on over here.
Let me tell y'all something. I work from home quite a bit because of my job position, and I do tech support, and so it never fails during the middle of a meeting or during the middle of an important phone call with the big bosses or something like that is when she decides,
Squeaky, squeaky.
it's time for a squeaky toy. And at one time I had said we've got to get rid of all the squeaky toys in the house, and never fails. Cruising is fun anytime said cute puppy at Moonlight. Danny said grandson named Landon. God help your son and daughter-in-law. So Danny said CME, you're fired. Okay. All right. Hold on, Danny. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure this. Y'all just, like I said, on the fly, we do things. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves for a second. Let's see if I can do
Millie
this.
said she got this.
Millie.
She gonna play it in the tune.
I don't know that I can do this. Danny, I may have to do it after the fact because it's not.
Yeah.
They sleep unless we're
That's
doing
right.
something.
Yeah, we're reading ARC Adventures, and that's our dogs, 100%.
I think I can do it right here. Add monitor. There you go. There we go. So I have done it, Danny. Thank you very much. You are such a. There you go. There we go. I have done it, Danny. Thank you very much. I don't know what happened there.
That's you.
Yeah, I had to pause that. There
That's
we go.
you.
So back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, so
You move that mouse around way too fast.
I know. Andrea says same, but it's not the toys. Luke doesn't bark early. So y'all already been through this. Oh,
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I'm back to adding moderators. See, this is the joy you get to do whenever. Here we go. I had to figure out how to do this on the fly. Thank you, Andrea. Y'all are now mods. So, all right. So back to this. So the questions. What is your favorite place that y'all have been to? It doesn't matter whether it's cruising or wherever. What's your favorite place you've been to?
I'll let you go this time.
I don't know. It used to always be Disney. That's where we would always go, Disney World, every time. But that cruise, I don't know. I love the cruise.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
funny.
totally understand that.
Yeah.
We always said we were just straight up Disney people, and honest broker to everyone on. We've only been on one cruise. We have many booked, but we've only been on one, and that one cruise, which was supposed to be a test cruise for us before we scheduled a cruise for Dustin for his senior trip, and we're like, well, we might as well go ahead and do one just as a test run since it's so cheap. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Thank you, Jeremy, at JNS Adventures. I made you a mod too. Everybody's a mod. We're like Oprah. You're a mod. You're a mod. Everybody's a mod. But anyway,
but I'll tell you. Sorry, Greg. But
go ahead.
One of the things that will kind of blow folks' minds, and if you just take into consideration where we've traveled, that's one thing. But for my travels, the most beautiful and nicest and coolest place I've ever been was Kaunas, Lithuania.
Really?
And I mean, you can go over there and I don't know, for 50 euros a day, live like a king, and it's just beautiful and fantastic. The food is great, and you just never think of Eastern Europe being that nice. But
check out. There's a channel. This is one thing I'm going to say about the cruising community in general, or just it kind of all dovetails. The cruising community, and then once you start watching all these live streams like we've started watching, I don't know how many of y'all, Para DJ, we started watching them too. That's kind of how we got into it. Para DJ, EECC, Sharing at Sea, all these cruise channels, and then we've started watching all these live streams. I gotta do this. Kurt said like the live. Thank you, Kurt. And then Daddy gave him an attaboy. Thank you, Daddy. But we started watching these live streams, and then they start bringing in other people that aren't just cruising. It's a neat community. So if you can start watching these lives, but you saying that made me think of one is Travel Adventures. I think it's Travel Adventures with Eric B. Danny, one of you guys tell me if I think it's Travel Adventures with Eric B. If you go watch him, he does a lot of traveling. I think he's fixing to go on his first cruise, but he was featured the other night on one of the live streams, and I've watched so many of them here lately. I can't remember. Journey with the Gingers featured Travel Adventures with Eric B. But he was talking about going to Europe, and one of the countries that I forget which one it was and how beautiful it was. Mm-hmm. So you're right. I mean, it's amazing at the places. If you don't get out and travel, whether it's cruising or whether it's going to Europe or wherever it is, it's just I took a drive several years ago from here, North Florida. I started and drove all the way to Seattle, and it blew me away. Driving up through Wyoming and Montana and South Dakota and all that. It's people that just stay in one place. I tried to Kara, we just booked her a cruise for her honeymoon. I was trying to get her to fly to Vegas just to go out there. If nothing else, not for Vegas so much as just go to Vegas and then drive out and check out the Grand Canyon for a day or just get out and travel and see. So
that's what I tried to tell them. And I actually had a work trip that I was lucky enough to be able to take them on. And I was in Vegas for a week. And I was like, it's not just Vegas. It's just, Vegas is something to see. And it's more family friendly now than it's ever been. But, the surrounding.
That one part is not.
Yeah, Fremont Street. Stay off of there.
Yeah, I've heard stories.
That's when he was 14 there.
But yeah, that was a good trip, and America's beautiful. I mean, America is very beautiful.
Oh, it is. There's so much to see.
Yeah, one of the things that we are planning on doing with our son is I don't know if anybody's on our Facebook group saw that we took our son out to eat last night, and he's headed to Korea with the Air Force. Mm-hmm. And, he's going to do some travel while he's over there. There's a place called Latte World. And there's another place called Everworld, and he plans on shooting some video, and we're going to try to do this kind of thing here with him. And it's just interesting, see how the other half of the world lives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Andrea says she's trying to talk Andy into doing lives again. I'll tell you what, Andrea, if you and Andy start up a regular Friday night, we would be persuaded to move ours to Friday night and kind of start before or after you guys to do some Friday night content. Because I've noticed that Journey with the Juniors, there's a lot on Thursday night with Journey and Lovey's Fat Life and then Beach Please. And then there's several nights that have a lot of them stacked back to back. But I would like to, Beach Please is a cool name too.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched them, you got to. There's all these. We got them on our Facebook page. But anyway, Griswold, Danny posted Travel Adventures with Eric B. But anyway, if y'all start that back up, we might would do that. Danny said that we just described, I guess that trip across the U.S. described their summer vacation. He said Landon is excited to adding to his baseball card collection. If y'all catch Griswold Family Vacay on Saturday night, Landon's jokes are the coup de grace for the no offense, Danny, but Landon steals the show. Grand Canyon, Sedona, and Las Vegas. There you go.
I'm asleep.
I know what kind of cards you're talking about.
Agreed, Cheryl.
Yeah.
So y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to Moonlight Adventures, and a lot of people miss out. They go subscribe to the YouTube channel, but go check out the Facebook group too. Facebook groups are cool. That's really where the fun happens. So this is what I want you to talk about. You said you guys have been on one cruise, and this is where we met y'all. Basically, was by y'all posting in our Facebook group. And I don't know how in the world y'all found your way to our measly little Facebook group out there in the middle of cyberspace. But tell us a little bit about the Valor and about your first cruise and about things maybe you like, maybe things you didn't like about it. But talk about the Valor a little bit.
You go ahead.
So I can't think of too many things that we didn't like other than the gentleman that tried to rush the stage during the comedy show.
Yeah, that's not anything to do with
that's not the Valor's fault. But so we'll start with the cruise director. Marty was the cruise director. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about Marty, but he was fantastic.
Yeah, he's not on there anymore.
Yeah.
He's not?
Oh wow.
No, they promoted
Zach
Oh.
from the Fun Squad.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean that he was solid. We actually stayed in an interior room because again, we were just doing it on the cheap, and that was something interesting because we'd never cruised before, and now we're staying in this interior room that nobody wants to stay in, and we loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine.
We actually thought about upgrading to a balcony on this one, and we're like, no, we kind of like just being us, just not knowing if it's dark outside or not.
Yeah.
We like to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comes in there in the top 5 of eating and drinking and sleep.
We started with a balcony, and we had the first one was a balcony. The second one was a balcony.
Yeah. And then we had an ocean view.
Then we had an ocean view, and then we went to an interior. And I'll be honest with you, out of all of the ones we've had, I like the interior the best.
Even the kids, even the girls, they loved it.
Yeah.
But
we have a balcony room in June on the Magic.
Yeah.
Because we're going with Dustin and his girlfriend, but the rest are all interior rooms.
Yeah, we had, but probably our favorite thing was the comedy, either the comedy club or the karaoke.
Yeah.
The karaoke, the bar that they do karaoke in, or the lounge, I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
But the lounge was nice. It was a little bit difficult to find because you had to go through the casino and down into this little galley area, and it wasn't the easiest. That'd probably be my only complaint about that. But
that's probably my only complaint, but I don't think that has to do with the Valor. I think that's all of them. We just didn't know that you couldn't get from one end to the other without going down and back up.
Yeah.
But we are figuring that out now. So.
We're just cruise rookies at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so the karaoke on the ship is great. So you want to tell them what we brought back with us?
What did we bring back?
Well, it wasn't part of the Valor, but it was part of Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
So we decided to cruise in the height of Omicron, and so we did the backwards tracing, and we think that we probably got COVID while we were in New Orleans. So we brought that back with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
She brought the flu
that'd be to
back.
say that it was worth it.
She brought the flu back from the Valor when we went during Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a friend that just went on the Mardi Gras this past week, got back Saturday and tested positive.
She got it while she was.
She tested
out.
positive for COVID on Sunday,
Mhm.
was it? And we, that was a 7-day cruise. So we were trying to figure out, did you get it in Cozumel? Did you get it
Yeah.
on the ship, or did you get it wherever? But here's the thing, we went on 3 cruises last year. We went to Nassau twice. We went to Ocho Rios. We went to Cozumel. We went to all these different places, and both of us got COVID sitting right here in our living room because somebody had to go out. So
They think it's from me, but it wasn't from me.
it was from you. You brought it in. You were sick as a dog in our living room and gave it to us. But here's the thing: at the end of the day, I feel, and this is just my personal opinion, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, you take your precautions. We wash our hands. We wore our masks when we went out, and hopefully you don't get it. But you got to live your life at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't get it all those places we traveled to. We never
Yeah.
got it, and then we got it sitting right here at home. So, I
That's also
digress.
we never stopped. When COVID hit and they forced us all to work from home, we were one of the few that were lucky enough to be able to work from home. At the time, she was working for the Virginia ABC, so she had to.
No, I wasn't working.
Well, yeah, that was. But eventually, you were, and
Yeah.
she went into work. But prior to that, I was taking phone calls out on my kayak fishing, which I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't say that out.
There you go.
I had some teleconferences while I was catching redfish out here in the inland waterway, but and again, we never stopped. We went, we did things, and we went back home to Tennessee where there were like no mask mandates, and all of that time, never even got sick, and it wasn't the cruise, it was I know it was going to New Orleans, and we had never been to New Orleans before, and we went downtown, and we're the furthest from social distancing that you could ever think of, and never wore a mask. And, it was the last day coming back when we started feeling bad. So,
Yeah. But thankfully, we're all, you got over it, and
Oh yeah, and we're thankful for the vaccine. We both had the vaccine, and it put me down. So we thank everyone from the previous administration and this administration, that have worked to make sure that it's readily available for everyone.
Agree. We don't get political with that. We're right there with you. In fact, we were scheduled to get the booster the day that we got sick with it. So we're not anti at all.
No.
But yeah,
Andrew go ahead. No, go ahead.
Just anything. So fish bowls at the Red Frog Pub.
Oh yes.
Pictures.
Yeah.
We were fans of Nigella. She became our friend when we were there. We loved the Red Frog Pub. That was our place.
She was great. Yeah, she's actually the one that waved us on in, and we were the first ones in the Red Frog Pub. So we got free beers when we first went in, and then we did the fish bowls, and yeah, it was. But this one over here, fish bowl and a half or so in, you had to take a break.
Yeah.
Day one.
I ain't saying nothing.
Nah, she's got the same way. Andrea, that's a guarantee. We're with you on that. Let's see, get caught up here. I think I'm way behind. CME sounds really cool. Moonlight Adventures. Danny said it's all right. I'm used to it. Danny, thank you for posting their YouTube channel.
Thank you.
I promise y'all are not boring me. I just cannot stop the yawning.
Kara is just, we moved her up an hour and she's still struggling. I don't understand it. So, yeah, we're going to have you talk about your dad jokes here in a second.
Oh, my God.
Danny said, wait, y'all have a Facebook group? Yeah, they're the first ones, Danny, to ever have a Facebook group. Cruz is funny type dad jokes. Yep, they have dad jokes. He's the master of the dad jokes. Save money on interior rooms. Absolutely, you can save money on interior rooms. I mean, balconies are good. I mean, we don't have a problem with balconies, and we don't have. In fact, we're booked on next week. Is it this next week? We got an ocean room, or is it interior?
Ocean view.
Next
Wait, y'all
week's
leave
an
next week?
Yes, we're leaving next Thursday. We have an ocean room next Thursday on the Ecstasy.
We need to get those suitcases
Andrea,
out.
I'm probably late seeing this, but yes, see you guys. Tell Andy and Luke we said hello. Thank you, Danny, for sharing that. We appreciate that. And Josh and Chastity can attest to this. The interior cabin is dark.
It's
We
delightful.
love the darkness of that.
Yeah,
room.
so that food coma that we go into, Cheryl, after we eat, that's the best nap.
I recommend a fan
Danny, we're so
Yeah,
high
and
tech.
an interior room.
We're so high tech. You have no idea how high tech we are over at our Facebook group. It's ridiculous. So, Deluxe Ocean View is her favorite. 2 showers, 2
showers
seats.
and
Now, I'm not
seats.
going to argue with you there. 2 showers. We could use that at the Welch household in the morning time. But I'm way behind y'all. Let me jump through these. We are headed on the Dream on the 12th, 2 interior rooms. Danny, that's going to be awesome. We need to get together on one of these. Have a great one, Arc Adventures.
I hear there's one going out on June 25th.
JNS is posting Cruising This Funny Time.
It's 27th.
I was going to say, you get married.
They also
on the 25th.
posted the Facebook groups. Click on that one. CME says all of Marsha's work office got COVID while we were on this past vacation. It's still out there. There's no doubt. It's
vacation.
Thank you for helping me out there. Cruising Scene is here. Hey guys, I'm sorry I'm late to saying hello to y'all. You know what? I haven't given anybody one of these tonight, so y'all get one.
Hello.
Y'all got the baby Yoda. Felice is
Thank you.
happy. Yep. JNS said kayak. Love it, Josh. They loved it.
No, I can't do no kayak.
There's too much weight on me to
I
try
just
and
would be
balance
one that would be
That's
kayak.
okay. You just got to flip them.
He has flipped the kayak.
Just roll with it.
But
Oh,
I would
my
flip, and I probably couldn't get out.
I probably couldn't figure out which way to move the water.
Cheryl was telling Danny that they're going on the Dream September 18th. Look at that. Be on there together.
I'd be stuck out in the water just to paddle and going nowhere.
And the best nap is on a cruise any cabin. I don't know that it's a nap as much as it's comatose.
It's the
No,
food.
it's not
They
a
put something
nap.
in the food.
It's not a nap. It's like a full-blown bedtime.
All right.
You wake up and you're in another day.
So tell us about the whole dad jokes thing, Josh, because everybody mentioned it. So where did you get
terrible.
dad jokes from?
So
No, they're not.
I've coached baseball and wrestling for years, and I'm not doing it now. I'm out of the business. But when I would go up and the kid's just doing terrible on the mound, and I would have my first meeting on the mound, instead of going up there and critiquing him and whatever, because the kid knows if they're above the age of 10 that they're doing terrible, I would always crack a dad joke. So I'd go up and I'd be like, "Hey man, did you hear about the fire at the circus?" It's just all, what is coach talking about? Well, yeah, man, it's intense. And yeah, so that's kind of where it started, kind of like the Hippo and the Zippo joke, if you know that one. So what's the difference between a Hippo and a Zippo? One's heavy and the other is a little lighter.
They're so bad.
He has the second hand embarrassment. He's got the second hand
Eddie,
embarrassment.
are you writing these down?
I hope he's writing them down. That way he never uses them again.
Well, I mean, when a joke becomes a dad joke, right? Once it becomes apparent.
Oh my gosh.
I've got them all.
I like that.
So are you just doing one joke per dad joke? Because I've seen them pop up. But how many are you doing at a time?
Just one usually. I've kind of gotten off schedule because we've had family in. I was doing some with my grandson, and I need to get back in the habit of it. So
are you doing it as a short or as an actual video?
Yeah, just doing them as a short to try and grab attention to our channel.
Yep. Danny says, I see a collab in your future. Yep, I do. I think so.
So at Riley's last softball tournament, the umpire would come over to the fence and tell us parents jokes like that. It was funny.
Yeah, that's what I do now. I umpire as a side gig. So yeah, I hear some stuff, and it's funny. Some of the best jokes I hear when I'm umpiring, and I've heard folks say, "Hey, turn the plate over." What for? The instructor under there. Like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, shorts do well for channels. Yeah, you know what?
We only tried it one time.
We hadn't put any. We put one short out, and that was on getting our ducks in a row when we were putting out the ducks. But I saw y'all had a lot of views, and I was wondering if that contributed to it.
Yeah,
we hadn't done that many.
So J&S said shorts do well for channels. You should wear shorts at all times because, especially for a guy like me, as big as I am. If I'm not wearing shorts, I'm going to lose viewers and subscribers.
Yeah, I have shorts on right now.
You're so fair. I think the one with our most, or is that a short?
The most viewed short that we have is Gurley watching Millie.
Yeah.
On TV.
Oh, yeah.
It's up to like 2,000 views now.
I hadn't been able to get any new content from Millie here lately. She hadn't been doing anything exciting. Danny,
she does plenty.
You don't laugh every time it landed, Danny? What's up with that? Come on. So tell us about your upcoming cruise. I know y'all have. Do you have one book, two booked? How many you got booked?
3 booked. So
3.
Give you the rundown. Yeah.
We have. Let me go back to them. We're leaving on the Spirit, March 21st through the 26th.
That's to the Bahamas.
No, that's Bimini and
that's right.
Princess Keys.
Oh, I'm going.
And then the Bahamas in June. And that one's with Dustin and his girlfriend.
When are you going in June?
June 4th through the 10th.
Okay. Kara's going in June.
That one's leaving right out here in Norfolk.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And again, we were cruise rookies, so we're like, oh, it's easy. Well, it's actually costing us more money to live out our home somewhere else.
They're so expensive. I don't know why, but so the next one is on the Paradise, leaving on Halloween.
Oh, that's cool.
Do the Halloween cruise.
We're looking for ideas for couples costumes because we don't really know.
Danny just put one in the chat. So,
Danny, I think that was Ginger Bill you're looking at. Familiar with the Ginger Bill?
If he doesn't have a video like that, he needs to make one, Danny. I think seriously, yeah.
I mean, you could pass as Walker Hayes.
So, yeah. So those are cool. So 3 books. We only have 2 books, so we're one behind you. So tell me about this karaoke that you tend to be the master at.
Oh gosh.
Chris Stapleton?
J&S said thing 1, thing 2.
Yeah.
You must sing something.
So did I hear right in your vlogs that you sang karaoke so good that you almost had to beat up a guy over it? Was that, or did I mix up some stories?
No. So everything was good. It was just the same guy that rushed the stage in comedy. He came in and he was being very vulgar to some of the women, singing to them and just, saying some nasty things. And me and another guy that had been going down there every night, we kind of got protective, I guess, over the ladies. And we had that kind of man thing where you just lock eyes and you're like, okay, this guy's about one more. And luckily enough, he showed himself out. But later that night is when he rushed the stage at comedy. And the comedian was like, that was not alcohol. That was something else. And we had just left Cozumel that night. So, yeah, that was kind of bad.
But no, karaoke is, we went he did not plan on singing at all. We were just going to go sit and, make fun of everybody up there singing. And he's like, well, if anybody's going to sing any country, I'm going to have to get up there. So he's like, he went up there, and then you're the only one that could sing any country at all. Nobody would sing any country. So people would start asking him, can you sing this? Can you sing this? Yeah. Like, oh my gosh.
So what you're saying is we need a little teaser right now.
Oh,
So you're scared of you to sing right now?
so a couple nights ago we missed Fermented Friday, so we did a Sunday 6-shot shootout, and at the end of that, I said, hey, because I was obviously a few drinks in, I said, listen to this is what I'm gonna sing on the next cruise. So went into a little Bill Withers, ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
I hear you.
There you go.
Go
for it.
Absolutely smack the taste out of someone's mouth. Cruising scene. Let's hear some of that singing. You know what's funny is here's the truth. In the 90s, I traveled for 3 years full time as a singer in Southern gospel professionally. I sang in front of thousands. I mean, at times 4,000 or 5,000 people. Never sang karaoke until we were on was it the Valor we were on? I'd never sang karaoke before. I was more nervous singing karaoke in front of them people on the Valor than I was ever in front of people professionally. I don't know if it was just the intimidation factor of that small little room with those people right there. But I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get up here and sing in front of these people. So I don't know. It was weird.
That's what I grew up singing in church, and I enjoyed it. But I don't know. It all came back to me, and I'd probably been drinking. I was probably 6-7 weeks in by that point.
Having fun.
Well, that liquid courage always helps, right? That's
well, sometimes it helps too much. So in one of the songs during the instrumental break, I decided to take the microphone and stick it on my stomach and use my stomach as a bongo drum.
It was
okay.
He's like, cut that out. That night.
Yeah. After he finishes every song, he would come back and I'd be like, okay, you don't need to do that anymore. You don't.
It's just a group, probably 100 folks in there, and we knew the same people night after night. And
everybody's rooting for you now. Of course, Janice said the 6-shot video was nice. I watched that today. That was cool. Swaying side to side now. Antoinette at Fun said, yes, I'll agree with you, Antoinette there. And Danny said the best time to sing is karaoke is on a cruise ship because half the people are drunk and think you sound great. That's true. I do sound better when people are drinking, Danny. I will not argue with you there.
Well, like the guy that was leading the band or whatever that we watch every night on the Sunrise said, nobody else is going to hear you after they leave the ship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless they have Facebook.
So
I'm so glad we grew up when there was no videographic evidence of some of the things we did growing up. These kids now, they've got it rough.
So with the few minutes we got left, so tell me, what are y'all using? I know y'all just started out here, a little while back, but what are you using to film with, and what are you editing with?
I mean, we are very rudimentary here. So, I mean, we're using iPhones, and
we did get the GoPro, but
we did get GoPros. We hope you had, we're using Open Pro to edit with. So, it's almost time it's getting time to upgrade. I mean, the iPhone 12 Max does a really good job shooting the video. We also bought a Lightning adapter microphone. But, if this thing continues to kind of grow and take off, we may have to do some upgrading. Again, none of this was, it wasn't like we got into this thinking, we're going to grow this big base, which we don't. I mean, we have 50 subscribers, but, as it does continue to take off, we'd like to be able to do better because some of the videos are jerky and the audio is not consistent. And So as we move, we'll probably do more, and we buy a little bit at a time. We've got the UB size light ring now, and we're getting more and more high tech.
Yeah, Danny says all you need is a decent phone and a gimbal, and that's true. You would be amazed how many people are using iPhones and just a stabilizer like a gimbal.
I think Antoinette.
Yeah,
she uses her iPhone.
Yeah, Antoinette, and she bought a camera too. She's using that some too. Now we do use a Canon M50, and we bought, no joke, and we started using this a lot. What was that? Your phone? Kara was going to use her phone on her cruise, but she just dropped it. KineMaster is what we use, edit and upload from iPhone or from phone or iPad. Hey, traveling with Travis, you get a video that we just got this thing is so cool, and we got it on Amazon for like $150. It's a DJI Pocket. They come out with the Pocket 2 now, but because we got it, I think it was refurbished for like $150. It's a 3-axis gimbal. DJI is known for their drones, and they took the camera that's on the drone and the gimbal and put it on a little handheld device.
I think it's smaller than a remote.
Yeah, it's so small, but it does 4K 60, 4K 24 frames per second, whatever you want to. We film in 1080 24 frames or 1080 30 normally, but it's so small. So when you go into port or wherever else, you don't have to carry a big camera or what else. And we love it for $150. You can't beat it.
Is it gyro stabilized?
Yeah, it's got the 3-axis gimbal on it,
and
so you can move it up and down and wherever. And it's fantastic. I wish I had it here with me. I'd show it to you, but we love it. It's so small you can stick it in your pocket. It's called a pocket. It's very small. It's barely bigger than I don't have anything here to. Well, here's a stapler. It's smaller than this stapler I have right here.
Oh wow!
And it's like I said, for $150, it's great. We love it, but yeah, still the iPhones are great too. And we did when we started out, we used Filmora, Wondershare Filmora. It was like $39 a year for the software, and loved it. Still like it. I just we stepped up to the whole Adobe suite, so I do use Adobe Premiere now.
I think it's cute how you say "we" when you do all the editing.
it's a collaboration.
I appreciate it, but I'm just here.
I'm sure that she gets an editorial review.
She does.
Exactly. Yeah. So it is we.
I'm not on any of them. So.
But I still have a warm spot in my heart for Filmora because it was so easy to use. Adobe's a little bit harder to use, but because we pay for it, and just I've got so used to it, and I use it now to make training videos at work. I still use it, but I still like Filmora. There's some free options out there too. That maybe you did have too much talk about that, but yeah. Hey, Marcia.
Hello.
Kurt's been talking bad about you.
I've been trying to come to your side, but nobody will let me.
Yeah, we still like it. So anyway, we have 2 minutes left, and I didn't realize time had gotten away from us. Everybody saying hey to Marcia. Marcia, we're so glad you are here.
Marcia, so popular.
I hope you can get Filmora is what Danny. That's what you. I love Filmora. I really. In fact, I've thought about going back to it because it was so easy to use over Adobe. Really. Our videos, a lot of the videos that are on our other channel, the Taste Buds, which I hardly ever mention because we're not making videos there. But me and my future son-in-law made a lot of videos on the Taste Buds channel. If you haven't checked out the Taste Buds, go check it out. It will embarrass me. So, but anyway, the last couple minutes we got. What is the ultimate goal?
But I passed that comment.
What was it? I'm trying to get to this last question before we end today.
But let me say hey to my people.
Say hey to your peoples, Kara. She said hey. All right. Hey, guys, what is the ultimate goal for y'all's channel?
So, we talk about, blessing out, blessing up, trying to help people out. And every video we do, we try to do something that helps someone, bring some positivity in a otherwise negative world, or at least it seems like it sometimes. I think there's a whole lot more positive in the world than there is negative. It just need the moonlight shone on it, if you will. But it's me suffering from sometimes I talk about combat brain. Combat brain never shuts off. and you either got to fill it full of positive or negative. If there's anybody out there that we can bless out to and help through something that we do, you never know what one positive act is going to do for somebody's day. And we run into people. We did our restaurant review down at Mahi's in Virginia Beach, and we ran into Bryce Baher and his fiance Rachel Stengel, who they're getting ready to have a baby here soon, and we were able to promote them. And we went down there last night and ate again, and they were just so grateful. I'm like, well, we only have like 50 subscribers, and our YouTube channel is so. He's like, you don't even know, and they captured it, posted it on their page, and again, there's just so much bad in the world. At least it seems that way. If you just watch the news, just put some good out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have fun doing it.
We do. It's good for our marriage. That's another reason why we did Instacart. We Instacart together, and it's just, she's my best friend and always has been. We were married straight out of high school, and that's probably content for another day. But
Precious.
we grew up together, and here we
We've
are.
been together since sophomore year.
Yeah, it's been good to us. I mean, 98% of folks don't make it, and we've had supportive family, and we've had our tough times. Been through 5 deployments. Yeah, 5 deployments. Multiple deployments as a civilian too, and it's because of him and because of everybody we surround ourselves with.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I can speak for everybody here, I think, and say we appreciate you for what you've done for your service. And, we were high school sweethearts too, even though it took us a long time to get there. But
that's a story for another time.
Yes, we won't go into that now. But yeah, we can relate. But,
thank her for her service.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
absolutely.
That's very true.
The spouses.
Yeah.
Partners, you name it, whatever pronoun you want to use, they carry the load, and it's turned my oldest son, who's now in the military. He became a man long before he needed to become a man, because I told him, like, you got to be your mama's rock when I'm gone, and there he is, 5 years old.
You're the man of the house.
Yeah, but he did. He held it down. He stayed strong. And, when people tell me thank you for your service, I always get a little I'm polite and say thank you back, but I would never wish military service on anyone. I wouldn't discourage them from it, but I wouldn't take anything that I went through back either. It's really weird, but my military service gave me a whole lot more than I could ever do in return. And, we're still the greatest nation on the face of this planet. And
Yes.
USA.
Amen. Well, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for all the new mods that we got here tonight. If you guys that are in here tonight, or anybody that's watching back on the replay, go subscribe to these guys, support them. They're awesome people, and I tell you what, it's been fun for us tonight to have y'all with us. Believe it or not, y'all are the first guests we've had on our channel, and we appreciate y'all suffering through it.
Hey, one thing, I'm sorry to butt, but thank you for all the help that you gave us. I don't,
You're welcome.
we were struggling with how to edit videos, and I'm like, how are we going to, and I started talking to Felicia first, and then, you and I started talking too, and really, really, really appreciate it.
That's
a
what
lot of people can be jealous of, it's, how people are and things like this. And you guys are a breath of fresh air, because, y'all are down to earth, and you are all about helping folks. So.
Yeah.
Well, like anybody that's here that wants to do live streams, we're not the best at it. We're not the best at editing videos, but if there's ever a time that I can help with anything we do, like these silly backgrounds or these little silly, ships that come across the screen and stuff like that, if I can ever show you how I do something, if it's something you like, I'll be more than glad. I'm a phone call away. That's all you got to do, because, we're all in it together. And we're just here to have fun and help each other grow. And this community is an awesome community. They're very supportive. Everybody that's here that stops by, even if they're here for 5 minutes or if they're here for the whole hour and a half, these people are awesome. And at the end of these things, I always tell these people that we love them. And when I tell you guys that we love them, I mean, half the time I get choked up because I really, really mean it from our hearts. And that goes for you guys too. So if there's anything we can ever do for y'all just let us know. And
Same here.
So just we appreciate you. And hopefully one of these days, us and you guys and CME and everybody else here, we're going to get on a cruise together. We're going to have
At the
fun.
same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't contribute much to this conversation because I'm just here.
She's just here.
But if any of you ever need to talk or need a laugh, just message me. All my besties out there, just message me.
So, anyhow,
Marsha,
we
Antoinette,
she's good.
Cheryl,
So,
Chastity.
anyway,
Anybody else I'm missing?
anyway, guys, we're over for tonight, but we will see y'all again next week, guys. We love y'all. Thank you, Moonlight Adventures, Josh Chasidy. Appreciate y'all
Thanks,
being
everybody.
on. And go subscribe to their channel. We'll see y'all on the next adventure of. I always mess this up.
SCT.
We'll see you next time on the next episode of SCT Adventures. Whoever else we can rope into it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
We'll see y'all.
Bye.